I'm here today joined by a close friend of mine. We've been trying to do this for a while, man. I'm here today with the Ron Johnson. How you doing? How you
All
doing?
right, man. Appreciate you having me on, man. Thank you.
What do you prefer people to call you in your personal life? Would you prefer to go as twin? Would you prefer to go as Ron? Would you prefer to be chef? What name?
Ron's cool. I haven't heard that chef title in a while. I gave that lifestyle up a minute ago, but as long as you come respectful, it's all love.
Hey, I agree to that. I agree to that. I see. So just jump right into it. I see you got your little man over there, man. And when I say that, uh, it's crazy now to see you with a son and to see you and it's like now being a father, man. How's that going? How's this being a father right now?
Man, it's crazy, man. Pandemic and all, wasn't really how I thought I'd be raising a 2-year-old right now, But making adjustments, man, it's great, man. I wouldn't change it.
Nah, did you think
Surprises every day.
I'm already knowing? So starting at the beginning, when you first got the news that you were going to be a soon to be father, were you hoping for a boy or were you wanting a girl?
I wanted a girl. I felt
Really?
like it was enough boys in the family. Yeah. My wife was pro boy though. She got her wish, but yeah, I wanted a girl all day long.
What would have named her if you had a name?
Uh, Gabriella probably. I don't know. I mean, it's that's never what you go pick because it's always a 50-50 type of thing.
Right. I'm already knowing. Did you ever think that you would have been a father? Like, I mean, right now, your age is slipping my mind because I met you when I was all y'all was so much more older than me when we all first met, but not by so much. So, if I had to say you were 29 now, right?
20. I'll be 29. Yep, next month.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm thinking like I got it right. So, did you ever think at 29 you would have a 2-year-old? Was that the plan, or was it something that just came as it came?
I mean, let's all be adults here. I never, what I'm saying, wanted kids, so to speak. It wasn't in the future in my plans, but I mean, when we being adults and we do what we do and we ain't taking certain precautions, we know outcomes. So when you do what you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, yeah.
But granted, it's not like it was I got like a baby mama, you know what I'm saying, or like I have a wife, you know what I'm saying? So it's even though I have a child, it's with the right person, you know what I'm saying?
Let's sit on that for a second. Do you think that? Uh, I think I wrote a stat with marriages being at an all-time low. Why is that? Why don't you see more family units, especially in our community? Do you think that will change again one day, or is it going to remain this course?
I hope it changes courses, man. But one, marriage isn't easy. Um, Relationships are, because relationships, yeah, there's boundaries, but you could always quit a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, marriage. I mean, you could quit a marriage too, and that's why they're failing. But nobody wants to fight for the marriage. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to stay committed for it. My grandparents were married 40, 50 years. You know what I'm saying? That's my type of goal. I'm not saying I don't want to say I've been married for 50 years with 6 different people. You know what I'm saying? It's a big difference. So, and then people don't get married for the right reasons. Yeah, you got some real quick. Y'all have fun at the bar. Now y'all in a relationship. Now y'all woo. Now y'all married. You know what I'm saying? You skip friendship stages. You skip the move in stages, and then two, living with somebody regularly and living with somebody during the pandemic is two totally different things.
Mm-hmm.
That's just being completely honest.
Right.
You're not mature enough to stay at home. You're not mature enough to have a wife. You know what I'm saying, or a husband. You know what I'm saying. Being young people. I mean, we still go out. We still go have fun. But I mean, young people have a lot of trust issues. You know. Oh, is he cheating on me? Is she cheating on me? Who they with? Who they going with? Right. When you decide to grow up, you know what I'm saying? Marriage is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. All right, that's dope. Like I would say, you're the first person on this show to advocate for marriage. I must say, but I agree with you. It is a really beautiful thing. But something that you've hit on now. a couple times is just the whole pandemic. But before we go there, so it's a two branch question here. How is it being? How is it raising a kid, a man, a black man at that, in today's world? And then how is it as being you being a man and really being just in your with your family all day every day? How is it with the pandemic? Like, we watch Fences, right? And you see Denzel, I just do for everybody, I need my own time, can't get my own time. I mean, obviously we saw the end of that movie. How
Yeah.
do you avoid that? So I guess those are two different questions.
Well, let me start by saying raising a black man and being a black man, regardless, is hard. Um, I mean, not even being black. I mean, being a young father is hard, but especially being black in the times that we're in where racism is at an all-time high. There's some people that have no fear of consequences, so being a father, being a black father, it's almost like paranoia, because I'm constantly situation awareness mode. Who are you? What are your hands doing? Just because I have a son, I have a wife. When it was just me, you're reckless. You go out, you do you. It is what it is. You don't really care. But I'm like on 10 all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Just watching surroundings because you never know. And I know a lot of people say, oh, well, you live in the suburbs, or this community doesn't have those problems. Problems are everywhere. So I mean, that's hard. And then too, during the pandemic, just trying to create space, and I need my time, she needs her time, one hour work, so I mean, those are a few hours, but just 5-10 minutes a day. I mean, people, it's the little time that adds up during the day, like you don't have to go get a full 3-4 hour, 5-6 hours by yourself a day. I mean, for what's there to do right now, but and then how are you utilizing that time? You know what I'm saying? By yourself.
Right.
So I mean, it could be interesting, so to say the least, for sure.
I figure it, man. But just again, congratulations on your family, man.
Thank
That's
you,
a
thank you.
beautiful thing. Switching over now, I want to hit on. We met. You was my chef when I was just a bus boy, busting my ass at the Rub downtown, and I feel like you with this food, you crazy with, like, you do a great job at running and managing a kitchen, and for the most part, an entire restaurant. And one of the funniest things I always bring up whenever I talk about that time is seeing you used to have the pop crates. You used to have the pop crates and you running down the crate. Like that shit. That was great, man. When you think back on your time in this restaurant business, let's start. When did you start working at restaurants? How did you find yourself going that career path?
I mean, as a kid, teenager fast food here and there just to get some quick money. I mean, not really paying attention to the standards and things of that nature, just looking for the quick dollar. But after high school, moving back to Detroit, it was more or less, same thing. I need to get some money. I don't want to I need to get a job. I want my own. So I actually started off as a busboy.
Yeah.
Just 1 hours, you know what I'm saying? Just get money. And then things happened at the restaurant I was at where the dishwasher quit. I seen an opportunity to get more hours, so hopping in that led to the kitchen, and then just slowly but surely talking, asking questions, just trying to pick up hours, and it led me to be, prep cook, food expediter, you know what I'm saying, to a line cook, to being a sous chef, to being an executive chef, to being a general manager, so it's took years and years and years and a lot of learning. And I mean, I still got tons and tons and tons to learn as far as culinary arts it is considered,
Yeah.
but it just, opportunity, when it presents itself, you got to take it,
Yeah. How did you stay persistent through all that time? Like, what motivated you? Because the restaurant
Let's see.
business.
When I got out of, I started say 2010 officially. So that's right out of high school. So I mean, being 18, 19, I mean, let's be real. What interests any man? You know what I'm saying? The females.
Right. Got to get that money for it.
Yeah, I don't, and it's not saying for the females, but I didn't want to be broke looking bummy. You know, when I wanted to go to the mall, I wanted to go to the bowling alley. You know, have my own friends, things like that. So after some point, once you know, after a year or two being 18, 19, get to 20, then the goals change. Now I need a house, you know, now I want a car. Now I need my own space, you know, so I want to hang out. I want to, you know, just as you know, things change as you grow older. So I mean, that was the motivation. And then opportunities just kept presenting themselves. You know, I had a guy that literally took an interest in me and gave me every single opportunity that presented itself. You know, put me on TV, made, you know what I'm saying, got me doing competitions, you know, things like that. So I mean, if it wasn't for certain people that taught me and mentored me in the game, I never would have been where I'm at now.
Right. Right. Or do you think that there's like misconceptions about the restaurant business? Like I just said, I hear a lot of people think that being a cook is easy.
Um,
I don't think it's easy. Man, that restaurant business will break you if you let it.
you got to be a different type, a different breed. We always, you know, we used to always say that you got to be a different breed, especially to work in the heart downtown of a city. You know what I'm saying? We were literally in the heart and downtown of Detroit, you know, so whenever there was a major event, we stayed busy, you know. So, and I don't think people realize it's the hours that go into it, the process of prepping foods, you know, it's not just throwing something in a window and bringing, you know, making a sandwich and bringing it to you. You know, there's 20 plus hours of prep time, cook time, knife skills that need to be improved. You know, you got to weigh things, measure things, create recipes. It was never just, oh, they got it made easy. I mean, but that's what we as food industry people expect you to think. You know, we're here to get you in and out. You know what I'm saying? Here, come have fun, enjoy yourself, pay us, have a good day. I mean, let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
You work hard to get paid, and they pay their money to have a good time. You know, they don't want to wait long. So they at the end of the day, I don't think they really care about what really goes into being in the restaurant industry. People, you know, like, and these are careers, you know, and thankfully I had opportunity to grow, but I mean, it's more than just the executive chefs, you know, and the general managers, you know, the bartenders, the waitress, the bus boys, no restaurant can run without a dishwasher.
Yes.
Let's call it how it is. You know, the heart and soul of the kitchen is the dishwasher, you know, like, and people don't give them credit because it's all about the executive chef. Mm-hmm. You know, yeah, he gets the title because he put in the work, but let's call it how it is. You know, you got some executive chefs who are what I call paper pushers. You know, they walk around with the clipboards all day. You know, I was never that guy. I always wanted to get in, get my hands dirty, help the team. Oh, you go smoke a cigarette, I'll stay behind. You know, I was always, let me sweep the floor. You go take a break. We just bang for 6 hours. You know, I was always different because that's how I was taught.
Right. And that's how you guys saw me. We had a good thing going in that restaurant for a second. We had
Definitely.
a good thing. You know, what's the best thing that you've created in the kitchen? For you, what's your, or not best, excuse me, what's your favorite thing that you've created in the kitchen? Your favorite recipe? You ain't got to get the secret ingredients up. We know, but what's the basis of the meal?
Say seafood, maybe. Salmon, things like that. I like cooking with fresh fish. I just think it's one of those things. You know, I haven't gotten to like the sushi mode type of, you know, fresh fish, but I think, you know, fresh fish is a beautiful thing when you really know what to put with it.
Mm. Oh, so salmon don't go with Alfredo? Yes or no?
Perception, you know. Some people like pineapples on pizza, you know. I'll leave that debate for them, you know.
I'm already knowing, man. So, you know, harping back on your childhood, man, you are a twin, and your brother, and I tell you, the first time I met your brother, I was confused because he talking to me. I'm like, you don't remember what we talked about yesterday? He go, I didn't talk to you yesterday. I go, this fucking chef done lost his mind. And then they go, no, that's his brother. I'm like, oh, I didn't know. I didn't.
Yeah.
So growing up as a twin, what's that? What is that like? Because a lot of us obviously aren't twins. So pros and cons.
I don't want to say it's like having any other sibling because it's not, but like that's my man. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody I talk to 2-3 times a day. About nothing. Like seriously, like I mean, my wife is my best friend, but my twin brother is my guy. He knows exactly what's going on with me at all times, so to speak. I mean, I got a lot of other siblings, that I'm very close with, but I mean, it's just I don't know. It's just something about having a twin. It's pretty tight. I mean, I can't read his mind or nothing like that. I know the questions is coming. If he hurt himself, he break his arm, my arm don't start hurting. It ain't gonna fall over. Right. That ain't how it worked. But yeah, that's my man.
That's something that a lot of people are, more and more people want twins. I would recommend against it because this is how I think. 2 proms, 2 college funds, 2 diapers and formula mixes. I just, man, I'm gonna look at the bank account like.
I mean, having a kid ain't cheap, but it's manageable. Like it's when you stay within your means. I was never one for twins, and I think that's what a part of me never wanted to have kids because I didn't want to have 2. It just wasn't. I never wanted that to fall. They say, "Oh, skip a generation" or this, so I was always nervous, but some people like big families. Some people like, that type of thing, to each his own. I mean, it's not for me.
I agree. So you base now, you and your family, raising your family in the burbs. Do you think that you will ever get back down to the city?
I mean, I'm not too far from the city. I'm literally like I skip and jump. I'm in the city all the time. My twin brother's in the city. My grandmother, like my dad. It's not that I moved from the city and I forgot about the city and I don't. But I mean, at the end, I got to do what's best for this one. So if I could set him up to be in a position where it may be not so much drama or so much going on in that particular area, or the school district may be better over here, why not do that? Because it's not about me anymore. I literally think and plan for my child. We all know Detroit public schools ain't the best districts. No disrespect to them and the teachers that are trying, but numbers don't lie. It is what it is.
Right. Where do you being a lifelong Detroiter, where in someone who knows a lot of people in the city, how do you feel about the growth in our city, being the gentrified growth? Like, again, if you look back, think about when we was working down there, they just started construction on a lot of that shit. And to see it now, I was down there, a couple weeks ago, to see it, I just came home for a hot second. It's so different. Woolworth looks so different. And we were there when we were in the rub, 2015, 2016. And it's a 5-year stretch where Woolworth don't even look the same.
Yeah, I was riding around downtown last night with the wife, man, just literally just reminiscing on downtown lifestyle. And it's crazy because some of these streets are 2-way streets now. And back in the day, they was 1 streets or alleys, and as far as like the gentrification, man, I wish people took advantage of opportunities more when they presented themselves. I hate that Detroit is being seen like it's coming back because of the gentrification. It's the perception. Hey, my man, give me 1 second.
Yeah, take it down. I ain't even gonna edit this. My man has always been.
You feel me? That's been my go-to.
His go-to saying. Ever since I know him, man.
But yeah, I wish Black people in Detroit knew how to invest, how to save money. how to share money, so to speak, and really make the city ours. I mean, I'm all about growth for the city, but I don't want to see downtown Detroit be the only thing growing, and 7 West and East 7 Mile look fucked up. Like that's stop. I don't want you to grow it just for the image, so you can flash a commercial and you showing downtown Detroit. I don't like that. If you want to bring back the city, bring back the city. Start with the schools. So we got a million abandoned schools here. Do something with them. Like I don't know. Like my mind's just
No, I mean I think the same way, man. Like it's this church over there off of Houston, Whittier, and Hayes, right?
mhm.
Like not too far, like maybe 2 blocks away from Denby. It's been abandoned. But first off, I don't know why we don't tear down abandoned churches. I ask my mom all the time, is it against our religion too or something? I don't know. But I wouldn't turn that church into a community center, man. Like, why not? It's right there. It's a park right across the street from that. Why not? It's so much that we could do in our city, and it's opportunity for sure. It just people got to be able to take that jump.
Yeah, but some people, the people that know about that type of things already have their hands full with that type of thing.
Right.
And then you got so many who don't know nothing that they don't even know where to begin to look. Like you said, a community program where we could teach things like that, teach economics. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, let's be realistic. You took economics in high school, but did you really take economics in high school?
Right. Right.
So it's I don't know. I mean, we try to do as much as we can with what we got, but I mean, it seems like an excuse, but it's the truth. So
Let me ask you a question now. I debate this with everybody all the time. Do you think that things like credit should be taught in schools? Because
absolutely.
really, I don't know because I went to Chippewa Valley for 2 years before I ended up at Denby. Mom shipped me out there, whatever, wanted a better education, and they didn't teach credit or anything of that nature. It was taught in the household, right? So wouldn't that be something that's more taught in your household than should be taught at the school?
Uh, was credit taught in your household?
No, I learned myself.
And now did you learn about trial and error? Did you learn about trying to fix your shit after it was fucked up? You
Uh,
get
I learned not after trial and error. I learned because I ended up just being having somebody talk to me about it one day. Like somebody was getting a credit card. I was like, "How do you go about getting a credit card? And you need this to score, doop de whoop, whoop de whoop." And then I dove into like Experian and was like, "Oh, okay." And then I found out, and this is what lawmakers need to change. I found out I had a power bill in my name, and my birthday was 1980. I said, "What?" So I had to get all that fixed. Once that all got fixed, disputed, then I learned more about credit.
get taught credit, you know, or what it takes to build credit, until it's too late, when you try to go, oh, let me get a credit card at a jewelry shop or at Macy's, and they be like, well, like you said, you got a power bill in your name since you was 12. Like,
Right.
what is it's hard to be taught at home when it can't be taught at home
Mhm.
because nobody was ever taught at home.
Yeah.
When you just winging it, it's hard to teach it. I think that definitely should be taught. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're never told how to file taxes in high school,
Right. Right.
but while you're working in high school, that part-time job, you got to file taxes. That could be a confusing thing for people, first time, because legally nobody can assist you or tell you how to file your taxes. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They can't tell you what to put. So if you're first time filing taxes and you're looking at that W-2, that shit is confusing as hell.
It is.
What did this mean? Damn, I make this much money, but why is these numbers here? So I think that should all be incorporated into economics in high school, or like a life skills program. Something like, I don't know.
I think hitting on that is this is a great segment over to something that I know you feel strongly about, and I'm gonna just set it up for a hot second. So you, chef, you belong to the Freemasonry organization here. I don't know your specific lodge, so I don't want to butcher that. Now we're going to talk about that some, and if there's ever any questions that you are not answer, you can't answer, which I screen mostly everything through you, then obviously you're going to say I can't speak on that, right? And it's going to continue the interview. But jumping into your organization has this great up and coming youth mentoring program. Let's just dive right into that. Uh, Firstly, I guess the first question would be: are you guys seeking youths right now, or is it like a waiting period? What's the process?
They're the process still getting started. It's more or less a transitional process. We're working diligently to get it effectively structured and going from the bottom. So it will take time. There, as far as recruiting the youth, I mean, we definitely could take what we could get it. So I mean, people that like to mentor like to mentor. People that like to help. So we're not going to be like, no, you can't. There will be age requirements and things of that nature. That will consist of it, but nothing too drastic where you just won't be admitted. More details will be coming once the committee gets it all. Like I said, it's slowly but surely becoming, getting into the transition where we can successfully transfer over. So
Um, with the details still being hashed out, is there a form that individuals can go to find information?
there is a website that's because it's a national, so to speak, program. It's in a 22 states, I believe. I'm pretty sure everybody knows the Masonic Order is nationwide, statewide, worldwide. But this program, is and I don't want to say quote me because I'm not sure how many states exactly it's in my files, but there are a few other states already with the program, and it's called the Knights of Pythagoras program, Knights of Pythagoras. So we're
Pythagoras.
Knights of Pythagoras, yeah. So there is a website for them, but Michigan isn't exactly on the website yet, because we're still transitioning.
Okay. Um, why? Now this is going to be this is the question for me. Why mentor kids? Because you see a lot of kids out here and they kind of are already lost. Should is it? Well, do you think that it'd be appropriate? I don't want to say to waste your time, but to try to teach kids who don't want to be taught.
Now let's say it like this: one, who's to say they don't want to be taught, and then two, who's to say that the environment that they're in, they're not having a hard time learning. And it's not like we're going after a specific set of youth. But I mean, each one reach one, teach one. I mean, let's just call it how it is. I don't feel like it's wasting my time because, like you said, we just have a conversation and people don't know about taxes, W-2s. Teaching one person about that is beneficial. Why mentor? I have a 2-year-old son. Why not? I have to lead by example. For him. So why not get involved?
That's true. Very good answer. Now looking back at your organization as a whole, we know you guys are very active in our community. At least I do. A lot of people don't. What are some of the highlights that you guys have accomplished just with this pandemic?
We've trying our best to stay active in the community as possible, with following social distance guidelines, of course, and trying to stay safe for our own families, of course. But I mean, we're out here still serving the community, giving out blankets, giving out food, going to shelters, doing what we can, donating time and money, so to speak. I mean, and those are facts, and that's out of, I can say that personally, I can't speak for everybody and my opinions and views. Let me get this first, don't represent, the Grand Lodge or the lodge of which I'm a member of, but they're my views, but we are out here, we, the Juneteenth march, downtown Detroit, we were very active in that. because our voice matters, and we didn't say a thing. We just marched. We've done work with the election this year, as going to work the polls, being poll watchers, that's being in the community and serving. There's a lot of ways to still be out here and help the community.
And so how do you guys? This may be a loaded question. We as growing up, we all hear certain things, right? And we don't have to go through the list of things that we hear about this organization, but there are rumors that have been out there for quite some time. Do you guys, with the public perception, how do you go about uh, being in the public, but not, because I believe it's a lot of fear. How do you guys not further scare the public or harm your own image, right? If that makes sense. I don't. That's a good question. I'm sorry.
Me personally, I feel myself as whoever sees me as a representative of masonry. So what they see how I act is how they're gonna view how masonry acts, as a whole, regardless if that's the views or not, or it comes to be true. But I don't carry myself in a manner where it could seem like I'm doing something wrong or I'm doing something that's not correct. And then it goes with oh, well, he's a Mason. I try to stay away from, I don't do anything, one, that's going to bring chaos or harm to the name of Masonry. I'm a totally different person. I'm not out here being crazy. When you see me and for example, oh, any Masons? Yeah, Ron's a Mason. Now, the first thing you're gonna do is he a good guy or he is a bad guy, just off of the experiences you've had with me. That's how I conduct myself as a Mason, because your views of Masonry are the views of the person you met that's a Mason.
Hey, phenomenal. Two more questions on this. And this is one that someone has told, because I told him I was interviewing you. Someone has asked me to ask you, are you guys open to gaining new members even during this pandemic time?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And then the second question would be, how does someone that's seeking information about the organization go about gaining that information?
It's pretty layman's terms. You always hear to be one, ask one. And I mean, it could be that simple. But what I would say is, for somebody that's looking to join Masonry, one, do research on it, whether you believe it to be true or false or whatever, because you never know. You're never going to know what's true or false. And I mean, there's a million things out there on Masonry. There's books, PDF files. You can get on Amazon Prime Video and watch 10 different documentaries, but it's information, and you could get decipher later on down the road what's real and what's not real, take and when you do, go in with a clear mind. Don't go into the perception with, oh, he's an Illuminati. Just to clear things up, I'm not in the Illuminati. Okay. I mean, but that's a perception a lot of people get. Oh, he's amazing, he's an Illuminati, he's trying to take over the world, new world order. Only thing I got control over is my household, so, and that's not even all the time because I got a wife, so we do, but you have to, it's a time commitment thing, don't jump into something because you want to have it on the back of your car. You think it gets you out of jail when you get pulled over. It's a lot of misconceptions about what it actually is.
Yeah. Let's jump in. What are your, if anyone that sees this video feel inclined to contact you, how do we go about contacting you? What's your social media or email?
Or contacting me for what purposes?
Any purpose, whether to talk about being a chef downtown or to possibly maybe how you mentor a kid.
Okay, social media, I'm on Facebook at Ron Johnson. Pretty simple. Instagram, I'm at Shatas313. And then I think that's about it for social media.
Okay.
I'm not really on TikTok or Snapchat like that. But yeah, I mean, I'm always open for conversation, questions. I don't have nothing to hide. I'm big into, I'm gonna encourage you to read. I'm a big reader, so try to answer the questions first, and come to me with legitimate questions if you have anything to ask, and I will do my best to answer anything for you.
Now, what books are you reading? Now, I'm a big reader as well. What books you reading?
I'm reading a few different books right now on Freemasonry. I got Hiram's Key, which I just picked up. I'm reading a few books by Albert Mackey, who is a very popular Masonic author. And I kind of started like my own little Masonic library. So, I have a nice little collection of things, So I'm always in books and PDF files, man, and doing more research, man. It don't stop.
It don't, man. It don't. You gotta get into that political theory though, and we can really talk.
I got you.
That Hume or that Machiavelli, really bright individuals. Uh, okay, okay. And I guess right now you just still let's if anybody's looking to taste your exquisite food, are you will you ever venture to selling home meals? Let me ask you that.
I've been approached to do home meals and start catering businesses but to be realistic, man, I kind of stepped off the kitchen, man, and it's because I went in front of the house. I took the GM position at a few places, and now I'm a food and beverage coordinator for a baseball field. Right. So it's my twin brother is the executive chef of the family, and I always say that because I always felt that he was better than I was in the kitchen, So if I do anything with food, it's gonna have to be, with him, so to speak, because he has a talent. But I'm gonna do like food trucks. I don't want to have like my ideas of food are different. I don't want to set menu, and I want to go to be, if I do food, I want to be a culinary chef with a Michelin star in Detroit, because it's where they at, like how hard it is to get Michelin star, like, and that's the type of stuff I want to do with food, and I'm just not at a position to do that. You got to spend money to make money, and it's a big investment thing, not just with money, but with time. And if I can't be 100% with it, I can't do it. And I'm already juggling too many hats with being a father, being a husband, being a Mason, and then being a food and beverage coordinator at work.
Right. Got just a couple rapid questions. During quarantine, has the wife made you do a TikTok yet? You in there doing a little challenge?
Do a TikTok? The wife and her friends done a TikTok. You might have seen my head do a little real quick, but I ain't doing no dances.
I'm so glad, man. I can't do it. I ain't got no.
Say happy wife, happy life. But hey, fellas, check this: happy spouse, happy house. Okay.
Hey, let me know something, man. Yeah. What was the next thing I was going to ask you? Man, I don't even know. I was going. So I asked you. Okay, what you been watching? What's on there? What you been? I know when I first met you. Tell me if this still may be true. You know what you told me you watched all day? HGTV. You can there and watch HGTV all day. Is that still your viewing habits?
I'm still on HGTV and flipping houses. That's definitely a thing I still watch because that's a venture I want to get into eventually. Get some house, get some property, flip and make money off of them. But I'm big into History Channel, and not just History Channel because it's changed a lot, but I'm big into documentaries. Like I'm big into history. That's always been something I loved, and it's Amazon Prime Video has done things with documentaries that History Channel just never done. There's so many documentaries that I watch to this day, and I watch documentaries 2-3 times over because you always learn something new, So definitely HGTV and definitely History Channel, documentaries.
Hold on it, man. What happened to the History Channel? When I was coming up, it was actual history. Now I go in there, it's a Pawn Stars marathon.
Yeah, I can't get with it. We looking for gold. I ain't, I like the old school, conspiracy theory type, documentaries. So,
all right. And I guess just a closing statement, man. I gotta have you back on, and we gotta talk about just the political climate that just is in this country right now. It's
yeah, definitely
crazy. We gotta have a really in-depth conversation about that. Thank you for taking your time. I promise you it'll be like an hour or so. It's 12:43. I don't want to hold your day up much. You
That's
know,
all good, man.
and just always, you've always been a friend, man. And it's gonna always be that way.
Definitely.
You took me to the first. You took me to my first adult establishment. Just know that back in the day.
Man,
I ain't gonna
everybody get to have fun once in a while,
say much more than that, man. Hey, much more than that.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
another story for another time, for
Another story
sure,
for
man.
another time, man. Thank you so much for doing it.
Appreciate you, man, for having me on, man. You got any questions? You got my contact information, man. I'm always gonna be here for you.
Yeah. And once again, that's Ryan Johnson here, man. Thank you.
For sure, holla.